Welcome back to yet another video. Yeah, I'm just asking what kind of music, what music is saving your life these days? Because music is a powerful tool, let me tell you what. Even the Bible agrees, you know, the Bible says in the beginning there were a sound. You know what I mean? It's like, if you believe that. But yeah, why not? That makes sense. Because if you don't have a body yet, you have a thought and you have maybe sound. We have sound. Maybe that's the sound from the beginning. Coming out of nowhere. Coming out of the black box hole. But where is this supposed to be? Is that on a UFO, or is that a planet or a place? I don't know. I'm pretty open. So yeah, I just ask you a question. What kind of music is getting you through life? We are doing the second video apropos that question of, you know, the NOCTOURNIQUET album, the VOLTA, today, with the special cover. And I will agree to say it's not the most flamboyant cover. Some even say it's kind of dull looking. I'm holding it like this because I'm pretty sure you should hold it like this. Or this could also be, I'm just saying, because we got the, you know, the horizon, the line there. And if you tilt it, yeah, you can tilt any picture and it's still perfect. But I'm just thinking I would like to watch it like this. This is my preferred version of the cover. And for the first time, just in this video, I just did this. This also works. It works like a charm. And then you even got the black pyramid, yeah, on the top. And yeah, let us just get the record out. Yeah, it's the one with poster and 3D glasses and stuff and whatnot. We are going for the side B. This was A last time, and this is the B side. Yeah. And funny enough, I haven't heard any more of the album. I know it has been, what, 3 weeks since it's on the turntable. It has been on the turntable. And some of you might think, oh yeah, he's bullshitting us, man. He's just like pulling our legs, just like all the other dudes. They never saw a movie. They never saw Back to the Future or even Ghostbusters or anything like that. And I know what you mean. Some of those YouTubers, reaction channels, I'm refusing to play along those lines that a person on the planet Earth hasn't seen anything at all. Haven't seen Back to the Future, haven't seen, you know, even John Wick for the first time, or, you know, Titanic, Avatar, Endgame, you know, the number ones of the last 10, 20 years. Come on, man, that is bullshit, and you know it. And I'm not bullshitting. That's why I don't make videos every day. I don't have to come up with stuff, you know. I just have to follow my heart, and my heart says, and apropos my question, the VOLTA gets me through 2022. And yeah, what else? I can show you what's on my, you know, the stack, from yesterday. This was actually from today, Venom at War with Satan. Yeah, I know. That's an odd one out. I have the whole box set, you know, the Venom. I actually love Venom. For me, it's just like really nitty gritty rock and roll. It's the first black metal, you know, group, and kind of, but some will say it is. But when you listen to the first album, you will realize, oh my God, it's just like rock and roll, you know, like garage rock, you know. And this one, this little puppy, Revolver, also from a box set. So yeah, Beatles gets me through almost every day, and the Mars Volta, and a lot of music, even Yay, G says walk, you know. That's a good tune to you know, to start the day with. Just walk with Jesus, like a motherfucker. Dick's Lexicon was the last one, and now we are into Empty Vessels Make the Loudest Sound. How many tracks do we have today? I don't know. We can count. As soon as we start rolling, you know, it's hard to you know what I mean, and where it cuts to side 3 A B C. I just had to do the alphabet to figure out what's the third letter. Oh, don't tell anybody. Maybe I'm not that smart, you know, with literature. This is also in the works, you know. I know we are behind, or are we behind, because nobody is saying how fast this will go. The most important thing is that we do it when it's fun, when at least I'm up to it, because that's very crucial. I'm the you know, the talking head in this marriage, and yeah, and we are digging it. And yeah, so while we were, notice this is covered. I'm so delicate about this album, because when I discovered I could get it cheap, it was like, oh my fucking shit, Jesus really do love me, and thank you. And let me spoiler alert, we're gonna do them all. We're gonna do them all. I know I'm rambling. I have 3 weeks to tell you. Bada bing, bada boom. Enough said. Yeah, you know, we did the CD recently, but have we done the LP? I don't think so. Will we do it? Yes, we will. And also, what is important for me to say? Tinky, 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 tinky. Computer. I was about to say, or was in the middle, I had some thought. I asked you what music will get you through the year. Remember to comment that. And I told you, yes, now I remember. I haven't heard anything from this album since last time. And then I went off and talked about other YouTubers and how fake they are sometimes. Not all the time, but some of them, you know the one I'm talking about that hasn't heard a single #1 hit in his or her life, or seen a single big #1 film ever. Not even Avatar. I'm not saying Avatar is the greatest movie. If you're talking to me, and if you want to get me upset with not seeing a movie ever, it would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 1 or 2, or Evil Dead 1 or 2 or 3. Then I will get really upset and say, what the fuck have you been doing, man? You know what I mean? Or a good whatever. Or you Bravo, anything. Fellini movie. But yeah, no. I just, I just put this on hold, and luckily enough, the reason why I can wait until we are together again and making video is because I have a lot of great stuff to listen to and to watch and to do, and I have a lot of new music in my life because of this channel, and as you know, a lot of the other Mars VOLTA stuff that I heard through, you know, this is the only one I haven't heard yet, you know, until today. After today, I've heard half of it, and then the newest one, the number 7, lucky number 7, not heard a number, not a second from the new self-titled album. But that, as I was saying, that's the, you know, the lucky thing about having a good collection. You're not gonna have a moment when you sit and say, I don't know what I'm gonna listen to. You know, I have bullshit, I have crap. No, I have the whole freaking, you know, Dragon Ball Z on disc, you know, and lots of great movies, lots of great music, and some of it, when you discover it, as I was starting to talk about a few seconds ago, especially groups like the Mars VOLTA, when you discover them for circa, in my case, a couple of years ago now, maybe maximum, you can listen to 2 or 3 or whatever number of albums a lot before you get tired. So that's how it's easy for me to just forget about it and just listen to some of the other stuff, you know what I mean? When we are not together, but we are today. Let me just see if this is proper. Are you ready? That was a lot of talk. Not more than ever, but yeah, 15 minutes. But I did miss you, and I had a lot to say to how we're doing this, and also I forgot to say, there's not one album full review I started I won't finish at some point. They all will be finished at some point. Even the ones that doesn't get any views at all, kind of. Because that's not my concern. My concern is, if I'm gonna make videos, I will have to preach what I think is the greatest shit ever. That's my mission. That's the goal. Let's see if we are lucky. And then discover some new stuff. Also, got some noise. different. Almost noisy. let's just, we're gonna rewind. Oh man, that sounded like perfect. But I'm talking about, I think we are exactly where we want to be when we started in a few seconds. But anywho, I would just like make a first comment because it was a longer number, I think. But it was somewhat not predictable. Not a single Mars Volta number is predictable, but some are more than other. And I kind of could, you know, sense it was fizzling out at the end, and it was. so what I'm trying to say is, like the album so far, it's not like it's trying to knock you on your ass like some of the more, previously album has done. Especially some of the first, I'm talking about they're pow out of nowhere. It's like, hey, yeah, man, you're in the ring with Mike Tyson, but it sounds good. And but my comment, it had a funny rhythm. We are used to that they have a flurry or a fury or what do you want to call it with the snare drum in a lot of tracks, and that's a typical the Mars Volta thing to do, like go berserk on the drums, and especially on the midsection, I would say. And it's just a flurry, you know what I'm talking about there, and it never stops, and it's like a full assault, but with the snare drum. In Denmark we call it the little drum. In Danish, lille tromme. Lille, that's little. But this one had another kind of rhythm. Instead of going da 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 da, it did it with the big drum. The bass, the kick drum. What do you want? I don't know. In Denmark we call that the big drum. Store trommen. Store tromme, lille tromme. Ja, stor, lille. Tromme. Drum. It had that. That's funny. It was like, that's impossible for me to air drum. I can, but for you to see, unless I'm going like, yeah, man, let's fucking kick the drum. That would be. We have to have more than one camera angle. Oh my God! I just told myself. I just showed you my gnarly socks. They are totally Illuminati, just so you know. No, it's, but someone saying, "Hey man, let's check aboard. It's the floor on the Freemason building." So let's keep on going. I'm ready. I just had to comment on that unusual drumming, especially in this track. I can't remember the first. It's 3 weeks ago, but that was crazy, man. And it's a very so far it's still pretty freaking cool. I'm digging it. It had a point where it sounded very noisy. It was like, what the fuck? But I think you know what I'm talking about. Some of you that really knows the album is like, that's an odd decision. I'm not hating it, but I'll have to hear that again. One day that would be perfect, but it's one of these, where you have to, swallow the pill. This sounds gnarly. That part was, so widespread. It was a... Yeah, man. was cool as freaking fuck. It did have some at the final part. It was like the drum sound was getting turned down. It sounded for me in my ears like they were getting harder and harder to hear, and the rest of the sound or some other sounds were getting more put out in front, like the organ, the special effects sounds, even the vocal was kind of almost disappearing and almost not disappearing. It had a very it was like it was, you know, produced almost with a random effect to it. Still dug it, because I would go as far to say by now I know the Mars VOLTA mechanics. This one got us back to you know, snare drum flurry country, flurry fit, jazzity jazz and fucking jazz, man. You know, like, holy crap. I think we are at the final stage on side B. Let's give it go. Yeah. But what a great surprise. Maybe that was the most surprising number on the album. Simple drumming so far. that way. Hey man, we done? We done? I'm asking you, vinyl, you, yeah. Oh, we done. So, the last number was cool, but you know, clearly it's not the strongest one on the album so far, but it had some very funny choices, you know, especially the rhythm. At the beginning, I was, funny enough, the one they didn't use, you know, the snare drum, I hit every time, you know. So that got funny. It was like do, do, but then it was, you know, see the video again. Go back to the. I'm hitting the silent, like a counter would do. I often do that, or do the kick drum with my left. There's no. That's why it's air drumming. There is no rule how you air drum. This could be anything. This could be a combination of a kick drum and a snare. You know, like, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, hi-hat and little drum. You got it all in these babies. It's the imagination. I think, all kidding aside, that I'm just, wherever there is some kind of a hit, that being any one of the, you know, the instruments on the drum kit, I'm hitting it. But I'm only using my two hands. I wouldn't do that if I sat at you know, at a drum kit, of course. But anywho, I don't know why I explained my air drumming, but now you know. One time is the first for everything, as Granddaddy said. Yeah, I think so. And yeah, I think that was half the album. And so are we gonna wait 7 days? Is this only a Monday thing? No. What I meant was, it's gonna be at least a Monday thing from now on. That's my new goal. You know, the Mars on a Monday, the Mars VOLTA. Yeah, I just thought, why not take the idea and run with it. I'm sure I'm not the first one that connects Mars, you know, the Mars VOLTA, because, you know, the M with the Monday. But I'm just guessing somebody have like, I don't know, it doesn't have to be on a Monday, it could be any day. But I'm thinking Monday is a good day to do videos. Anywho, that's enough chat about when and why and how, or what do you call it. Great stuff. I'm digging the album, and yes, will we, maybe it will be overkill to do it just because it's all in vinyl, but I have a hunch at some point we will do it, just like we are started on you know, this one also for the second time, and we will go further with this little baby. The reason why I picked this one today was easy, because it's the only one besides the newest one I haven't heard, you know, fully. Only heard what, you know, we heard together. So I'm guessing we will do the rest, you know, as that could be up next, because I want to hear the rest now. Yeah, I know I said I have a lot of other music I can listen to, but at some point you just like get your act together and do it. And let's see how many days there will disappear before that will happen. I don't know. I'm not trying to predict it. The only thing I will predict is that thank you for watching, and you know I love you. You know we will see each other again soon, so it's all gonna be good if you're waiting for stuff like that to happen. And yeah, this has been a great discovery also. I have nothing else to say, as you can hear. I'm just psyched. I think I have to, you know, like compute, but I just heard once again, like you do when you hear a new Mars Volta. It's like, and now I can hear the whole album before doing the rest of the videos. You know, the first whole album of 2. It's a double LP, double. So yeah. As I said, tomo arigato, you know I love you. Thank you very, very much for watching. And you know, we're not forgetting anybody. And if you're having a hard time these days, cheer up. It's all gonna be good. It is. I promise. I cannot promise much, but I can promise one thing. And it's a big thing. We're not going to kill anybody. This is not the end days. This is not Armageddon, though YouTubers are telling you it is sometimes. No. Why do I know this? Because, drum roll, time is an illusion. If we were wiped out in the future, we will be wiped out now. We're still here. We're still ticking, and we will be that for quite some time. Tomo arigato.